'Tis the time of year many Canadians consider upping their contribution to a TFSA or an RRSP. A lot of factors can impact how much you might give, from salary changes to big upcoming expenses. In recent years, more people, though, are adding environmental impact to that list. So how can you invest, grow your money, and be climate conscious? Well, George Benson is a sustainable finance expert and a member of the BC Climate Solutions Council, and he is with us now. George, thanks for coming in. Pleasure. Where should someone start if they want to be greener, but also want to grow their money?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you. I think the first thing to say right away is that when we're talking about sustainability in finance, we're not just talking about a nice to have, we're talking about an essential. 70% of the global economy has committed to a net zero target by 2050. 40% of all global asset managers have made some sort of net zero commitment. So this is the water we swim in now, so to speak. And so in terms of the really actionable things that people can do, I really have 3 simple rules. The first is do no harm. Take a look at the institutions that you're banking with, that you're investing with, and ask the question, are these people actually walking the talk? There's great things out there like the Banking on Climate Chaos Index. There's the Science-Based Targets Initiative. You can look through there and find a good spot, just at the high level, who's doing the right stuff. The second one is to look for the leaders. Those same indices will tell you the places where you can put your money at a high level, and there's specific assets and resources like the fossilfuelfreefunds.ca. You can check in there and see what are the specific investment instruments that are available to you as a retail investor that you can check out. The last thing is to invest in yourself. We really think a lot about climate change as like, how is this big bank going to divest, or what's the big scary thing I need to do? But in reality, if you're looking to put your money somewhere where it can help the planet and yourself, look at your home, look at your vehicle, a little bit of insulation, going from an internal combustion vehicle to even a hybrid. Those are all very tangible improvements that can give you money in your pocket right away.
Still, though, for some people, cost is a factor. So how do you work that out?
Cost is always going to be a factor, and I think one of the key things we always need to do is take a long-term view. So yes, we look at something like a heat pump, for example. That's a big wad of cash that you got to put out right away. Now, we are very lucky to live in a province here in BC where there's a lot of incentives. You have utilities, cities, and the province all weighing in. You can be looking at as much as $25,000 in incentives to put in there, and yet still, that's not enough for some people. But if you're thinking about the resale of your home, you're thinking about the need for heating and cooling in your house, sometimes that can pencil a little bit better for you. But even then, going step down and saying, have I checked my windows and doors? Have I done my insulation? Again, internal combustion to a hybrid instead of an EV. Those are all really manageable steps for a lot of folks that don't seem as big and scary as the big cost.
And lastly, we appreciate your time. When it comes to investing back to the RRSP or TFSA, will you make the same amount of money going more green, if we can call it that, than you would have before?
Absolutely. In almost every case, that's been true. And as we get into the climate risks that are facing the financial sector, places that are less exposed to fossil fuels, more invested in solutions, you're going to be walking out ahead.
Great. George Benson, we appreciate your time and your expertise. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.